Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another gameplay slash commentary. Number one, I am not good enough to play competitive Call of Duty at a high level. Number two, I need to scale back my Xbox and YouTube time to be more effective as a dad, a husband, and a youth pastor. And number three, really good players, beast players on Call of Duty are not better than me because they don't play the objective. They're better than me because they're better players in general. Saying those three things was very painful. I had to actually sit down and think about the truth that I try to lie about that has to do with this game and Call of Duty and me as a YouTuber and just as a player in general. But the truth, although it can be painful, it can free you from telling lies. And so I want to break down those three truths for you guys and just kind of reveal some of the things that, I make up in order to maintain that the truth is not the truth. So the first thing I said to you guys is that I'm not good enough to play competitive Call of Duty at a high level. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that I'm very interested in playing competitive Call of Duty. I've been getting tips from people. I've been playing League Play on Black Ops 2 so that I can, get used to it. I don't have a team or anything like that. I'm basically like a guy that's just, searching and hunting for some people that want to play and want to practice and learn callouts and things like that. But what I've realized real quick, and I realized that on Modern Warfare 3, but more so on this game because of League Play, when I run into a good team, I don't just get beaten. I get stomped. I mean, consistently outplayed by better players. And that's something that I just have to admit is that, yes, I run the objective and all that kind of stuff, but I just get outgunned. I just get beaten. I ran into this one guy where he beat my team so bad that I went back and watched the theater mode and watched in Codcaster, and so you can see first person for any player on the game. And I went back and watched his first person, and he just annihilated us and outgunned us and outsmarted us and was just an overall better player. Another thing that affects my ability to play competitive Call of Duty that I hate admitting is my age. I'm 32 years old, and I'm not a bad player. I'm not a poor player, but my reflexes are a little bit slower than a lot of the, you think of a person like Scump. I think that guy is like 18 or 19 or something like that. Nade Shot, TBNR Frags, a lot of these guys that are getting these ridiculously high scores and seem to be able to just win all their gunfights. They're not cheating in any way, and it's not just their connection. It's that they have really fast reflexes, and that's something that my age actually does affect. And the last thing that, I would say affects that ability to be a high play at a high level is that in reality, guys, I make some poor decisions in an attempt to play like the guys I watch. And, I put up a whole video on how dangerous YouTube is because it causes you to think that you can play like these guys or that your channel can grow as fast as these guys. And just because you're a great player, these guys are amazing players. They're the best of the best, and you either can grow your channel, your YouTube channel, by your commentary or your gameplay. I would say my commentary is good. My gameplay it's good. It's okay. I do better than the average player, probably about 2 times as good, I would say, as the average player. And I can maintain a positive KD and all that kind of stuff, and I know how to do call-outs. But at the end of the day, the guys that are playing competitive COD at a high level, and I'm not talking about pro players. I'm not even close to those guys. I'm talking about, like, the really good AM teams, like the really good amateur teams would just annihilate me. And so, I've had to realize, instead of telling myself all these lies that make me somehow in my brain dream that I'm one day going to be on a great, competitive Call of Duty team, I've had to realize that playing competitive Call of Duty in general is what I want to do because I really, I like objective play. I like competing. I like winning. I like learning strategies and all that kind of stuff. I love being a coach. And, that's one of the reasons why I'm a leader outside of, Call of Duty and things like that. And you can ask anybody that plays with me. I tell people what to do a lot. So in light of that first truth, I accept the fact that I will land on an okay amateur team. That's what I'm going to admit to you guys. The second thing I said is that I need to scale back my Xbox and YouTube time to be more effective as a dad, a husband, and a youth pastor. I took a class when I was in Bible college called The Dark Side of Leadership, and it tells you what problem you may have that will affect your ability to lead in the future, and mine was narcissism. And sometimes in reality, narcissism, which is like just a love for yourself, love to hear your own voice. It's one of the reasons why I preach, why I commentate, because I think I have something to say that's worth hearing. It takes over sometimes. That narcissism takes over, and I forget about my first love. I forget about the fact that I love being a dad, I love being a husband, I love being a youth pastor, I love the kids that I get to minister to and help out and give advice to, and I love seeing people's lives changed, and that's why when I did this channel, I didn't just want it to be about gameplay. I wanted to commentate on real topics that would help you guys make better decisions. And as important as that is, it's not even close to as important as it is for me to be a good dad and a good husband and leave a lasting legacy on earth that starts with my family. YouTube is not my career. It's a hobby. And I got to treat it as that. I can't treat it like it's anything more than that, and that's just something that I have to accept. Obviously, this game is over. I think my score is going to come up. I believe it was 36-19, over 4,700 or 4,200 points. I'll put something else on here because this is going to stop in a second. I think I'm going to put up some. I don't know what you guys are watching right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be some sniper gameplay from me playing against bots, and that's how I practice sniping. I would give you guys some advice that, just to throw it in this video, is that, you can do all of the game types now when you go in there and play against bots in your little private lobbies, and I would just go do it. Practice playing Hardpoint on Nuketown and practice sniping against regular bots, and it helps you with your gun skill. So in light of the fact that I need to scale back my Xbox time, I accept the fact that my channel will grow at a slower pace based on my decision to focus on the greater good, the greatest good, I'll say. Every one of us is going to have an impact on Earth. The greatest impact that I can have is for me to be a good, loving husband, a good, loving dad to all three of my sons, and to set a good example for them that video games and YouTube are not more important than time spent with each other. And then also, I need to set that same example at my church as a youth pastor. So I'm accepting that fact, that my channel might not grow as fast. So the last truth that I stated at the beginning of this video is that beast players, really good players, aren't better than me because they don't play the objective. They're better than me because they're better. So a couple of lies that I tell myself in the back of my head when I see, a FearCrads video, or a TBNR Frags video, or a Ronaldinho video. Something that I tell myself in the back of my head is that, these guys that are getting 60-plus kills all the time, consistently, they're focusing on themselves more than they're focusing on the team. And what I've had to learn, guys, is that sometimes killing and focusing on slaying is important, and every team needs a slayer. You can see that in that domination game that I had put up on here, that I was pushing the other team's flag a lot, and that's my job. That's what, the minute we spawn in, I tell my team, I'm like, I'm gonna rush their spawn. That's my job. I run into their spawn and I annoy them, and my team is always able to cap B off the jump 95% of the time. And I do attribute that somewhat to my ability to rush their spawn and to know the rushing routes and to get in there and take them out and annoy them enough to where they can't pay attention to the B flag. But I try to lie to myself and say that I'm a better player than those guys because I do these rushes and I die more only because I throw myself on the flags and the hard points, and that I could get a 60-plus game and I could get a 70-plus game and all this kind of stuff, and that's just not true. Those guys are better than me because they're better than me. They're better players, and they have better gun skill, they have better aim, they have better reaction time, and they make better decisions, and I just have to realize that. And so I accept the fact, based on that truth, I accept the fact that they are better than me because they make better decisions. With every single truth that I told you guys, I told you a fact about that truth that I just decided to accept. And what I want to tell you guys today, and the reason I did this commentary, is because if you can accept the truth as the truth, you will free yourself from telling lies. Every single lie, every single truth that is just true that I haven't wanted to accept, like the fact that my YouTube channel and my time I spend on Xbox Live is excessive. By not accepting that as a truth, and by saying that no, it's not excessive, and I connect with people, and I have fun, and I need R&R, and all these things that I make up, whatever it is. The truth of the matter is, if it's preventing me from being the man, the husband, the father, the youth pastor that I can be, and I can be more effective in those things if I scale back, well, then I just have to accept that that's the truth. And it prevents me from telling lies and everything that we make up in order to maintain our own truths. So that's my advice for you guys, is accept the truth as the truth. And when you find yourself telling lies that just are not true, like, oh, well, these guys are just cheating and they win because they're camping and whatever it is, just accept that their strategy is better than yours. This is Kingdom Soldier. Post your comments below. I'm going to continue to come out with more Black Ops 2 commentaries, and there will be another I Want My Moab episode coming up soon. It may be the next video I upload, and there will be a pro tip coming up for Black Ops 2. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Xbox Live or in those videos. Peace!